I love a little behind the scenes. Okay. A little bit more prepology for us. We're going to see it throughout our 4 hours of In the Kitchen with Julia today. I really missed you guys the last couple of weeks. Thanks for coming on back. This is the silicone steamer with the removable divider. So you can be steaming one thing, two things, three things, four things, all in one with crazy heat safety up to 450 degrees for this steamer itself, 212 if you want to use the divider as well. But the best part is that it also collapses down for easy storage and space saving. It's K95953, $15.99 and a $3 and change easy pay. Here is your, where are we gonna go? Here is your tomato. Here is your cracked pepper, and then here is your aqua. No reorder on this one. When it's gone for good. It's K95953. Mark Gill is back with us, Skyping in all the way from Florida. Hello again.
It's so hot here.
Is
Hello
it?
again. Oh my, well, yeah, steamer without the pot and stove here today.
Oh, it's hot in your kitchen. I thought you said it was hot in Florida.
Everywhere. Got 1,000 degrees. Guys, look at this. This is my steamer. This is how small of a profile this allows me to store this in. Dishwasher safe, couldn't be easier, but watch this. This is one of the most, if not the most versatile steamer I've ever seen. And of course it is, because it's from Prepology. So I've got such a nice, big capacity steamer there, all perforated edges, so it's really going to cook evenly. But here's the cool part, okay? You're going to get two of these dividers matching the color of your steamer. So I can either pop it in there and divide it in half to keep those colors and flavors and tastes different, or if I put the two together, now I can divide it into four. Again, so much versatility, so many options. So let's look at it first of all. Why a steamer? So now listen, when it's in its largest form, I can use my big pots, okay? So let's go ahead, and if you've ever been to one of those Cajun restaurants where they come out and they're banging the pot and it's got all of the seafood and all of the yummies and all of the sausage and all of the potatoes, well, you're going to do that in your Prepology steamer. So I kind of wish I had a pot to bang on, but I don't. Now, listen, this came right out of the pot. I used the tongs because of the steam in there, but it's silicone. It doesn't hang on to that heat, unlike your metal steamer. So here we go. This is the capacity. This is the kind of thing that I want you to enjoy in your own home. This is the options that working with Prepology gives you. All of these great things you can do in the kitchen. Have a look at these. All the way to the end, because of that perforated design, everything's cooked evenly. All of my muscles have opened up. All I got to do is give this a little bit of my Cajun seasoning, and I have a dinner that requires virtually no effort and no cleanup. So again, let's talk about that versatility. This is what it's like in its large form with the four dividers. Well, what happens if you don't have a giant pot? What happens if you only have a 4 to 6 quart pot? Listen, if I'm working with one of these, I got no options. That's as big as it gets. No matter how hard I try, I can't make it any smaller. It's hard to wash. But watch this. If I simply go around the edge and fold that in, now I have a steamer that'll fit a bunch of other of my cookware. So you see this? Instead of the giant pot, now I can work it in my 4 to 6 quart pot. How brilliant is that? So no matter how big your cookware is, you can use this.
And you can see right there with Mark, and you can see it here in this in our studio, that it has like its own built-in semi-rigid feet, so it will stay above that water line. So can you give me some tips and tricks when it comes to steaming? I'm not a great steamer. It's not something that I do very often, but I want to do it more often. But like, how do you do it?
Sure. Well, my first tip for you would be, don't always just use water, man. Mix it up. Lager, orange juice, apple juice, beer, which is lager. You know, any of your favorite liquids, and you can use that instead of water. Now, to your point, have a look here. You've got those solid feet, and you've got that reinforcement in the middle for the weight of the food. What that's going to do is that's going to give you that inch of water on the bottom of your pot, okay? That's going to allow you to steam for anywhere from about 20 to 40 minutes, depending on the size of the pot that you're in. And that is about all the time that you're going to need to go ahead and get, you know, cooked whatever's in there. And like everything else that's Prepology, our proprietary brand, our house brand, whatever color you decide to choose is going to match all of your Prepology collection. How great is that?
That's so good. Speaking of, let me take everybody through colors real fast, if you don't mind. Here is your aqua. Remember, the divider is right there in the middle, which you Don't have to use if you don't want to, or you can just split it in half or do all 4 quarters. Aqua, cracked pepper, and the tomato as well, which is always really popular. It's a sale price of $15.99, $5.33 on an easy pay, reduced shipping and handling. It's K95953. This will not come back into stock. So when it is fully, when it's not collapsed, it's going to be 10 and a half inches in diameter and then 7 inches in your height as well. All right, I want some more inspo from you, Mark. What you got?
I have another tip for you. If you are a hard-boiled egg fan,
yes,
and you are one of the millions of people that has either an Instant Pot or a pressure cooker, here's the 5-5-5 method, okay? Because this is collapsible, you can use this in virtually any standard 6 to 8 quart pressure cooker like I've got here. So now I can do anywhere from 1 to 2 dozen eggs at one time. 5 minutes under pressure, 5 minutes naturally off of pressure, and then 5 minutes in a water bath, and you've got the perfect hard-boiled eggs right out of your pressure cooker using the Prepology steamer. And I love the fact that everything's perforated so that water gets up and around the eggs. And remember, you don't have to use it in that configuration. If you've got a bigger pot, go ahead and use it like that. But what happens if you don't have a giant pot and you don't have a medium pot, but you still want all the benefits of steaming your food, like those bright, vibrant colors that are bursting with flavor, bursting with vitamins and nutrients, the kind you only get from steaming? Well, instead of folding it around the top crease, fold it around the bottom one. And now you've got a steamer that will fit virtually every single saute or high-sided 10 to 12 or more inch pan. So here, I've got one here. It's actually going to fit in my standard saute pan.
That's awesome.
Look at that.
Oh, I love that. It's
Ain't
also like the solution to storing it as well, because it collapses on down. And speaking of all those eggs, all those hard-boiled eggs, hello, Easter. Who's going to be coloring their eggs 2 weeks from tomorrow? Wow. Here's your tomato, cracked pepper, aqua. $15.99. That's your sale price, $5.33. That's your easy pay. It's K95953.